Hello, this is David Birch at Star Path School of Navigation in Seattle, Washington. And I want to add a video here covering a feature of the LuckGrib data source and viewer of weather files for two reasons. One, I want to show a feature or just an introduction to a feature of that program, that powerful program. But the second point is we also use it to analyze the progress of Jacob Adoram, who is rowing across the Pacific from Nia Bay to Cairns, Australia. And that we have online. I'll put links to that in the description. But we have various things there, for example, where we can look at here's his track. And if I zoom in, there's his track. There's his track across the ocean. These actually white dots you see in the background of this currents report here, this ocean currents report. That's what I want to actually talk about. But so that's the Oscar currents. Then we can also show the that was the Artoff's currents, and then the ASCAT winds, and so forth. So we have a lot of overlays here. So this is of interest to the folks who are just following Jacob across the water, but it's also of interest to mariners studying marine weather and ocean navigation in general. And so that's what I want to show, this feature of LuckGrib. And I'll show you, I'll just illustrate it directly here, how we use that. So I would come in here, for example, and zoom in to this position, and then click that, and then I can copy that. So that's his latest position. If I copy that, so that is February the 8th at 2144, and here's a latitude and longitude. Okay, so then that I'm going to transfer that to LuckGrib, the program LuckGrib, because that's the one that we use as a way to analyze what's going on. And so let me show that. So first, Command N, Command V. I just need to keep a record of this here, so I can see what we're doing. So I've got that written down there. So now let's go to LuckGrib here, and that's the program here. This happens to be one of the current forecasts that we're using. But now I have set up a route here. And that's what I want to talk about, the vessel planning. And so we have a route, and I want to add. So first of all, I want to just show you how, once you have a route set up, how easy this is. So I want to come down here, and I want to put the date. Actually, the date is February 8th. That's still the same, February 8th. So we really just have a new time here. So let me see if I can just type in. It's pretty versatile. 2144 UTC. Let's see if I get away with that. Yeah, look at that. It's really, you can type almost anything in here and it works. It's smart enough, but it knows I'm dealing with the boat Emerson. That's a rowboat, Jacob Adoram's rowboat Emerson. And I just want to add a point here. But now I have to put the latitude and longitude. And the way, and you can put that in there almost any way you like. And in the end, I'll show you where Craig McPherson is the author of the program, where he has tutorials on this. But look at this. If I see what I've got a latitude of 3.0047, and that's in decimals. You could use decimals or degrees in minutes. And then I put a space, and I put an N, then a space, no comma, and then I put the longitude, 174.1712, and then a space, and then a W, and then enter. Now you see, you can confirm. I just added a point to that route, and it's with a date that. So that's there, and that's there. So now if I go back up here and I look at my route Emerson, and so I've got a vessel called Emerson, and then here are the various waypoints that I have in there, and this is the one that I just put in. And in this version of the program, he's converted that to a 12-hour clock. If I update the program, that will stay in the system that I was using. But anyway, that's the correct time. and then here's a position, which now it expresses that way. So then what you tell the vessel, what you tell the description of the vessel is how fast is the average speed. Now this is a little bit unusual here for a sailboat or something like that, powerboat, but his rowboat is 1.5 knots average speed, and in fact we are well pleased when it's 1.5. So it's very slow, but at 1.5 you do indeed get across the world that way. And so that's 1.5. Then the other thing you can do with this is I have set up here, if you see here, and in this program I'm pushing down the command key to be able to move the screen around. I put a route here from where he came out of Hawaii, and here's where he's going to Cairns, and I just told this vessel that that's our ideal route that we want to follow. And it's pretty smart. It's not going to drive me over here and get on here. It knows where I want to go, and it's going to kind of creep down straight away that way. So that's all in there now. So now let me just show you what we can do. Oh, and right now I'm looking. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm looking at the Oscar currents. The Oscar, oh no, is that the Artoff's currents? Well, it's Artoff's currents, but there's apparently only one value of it. That's okay. That's not what I want. This one that I have marked here in red, that's the one that we use. And in a sense, I'm just showing how versatile this program is. This program is $20, and it's for a Macintosh or an iPad. Macintosh or iPad. I will have to add another video for a GRIB viewer that just shows files. It won't be nearly as powerful as this one, but if you have a Mac or an iPad, this is pretty slick, as you'll see. Okay, so here's the file selection I want, and if you look, it's just all the winds here. And also, if you look, the one thing that this will do, this is getting into FV3 GFS. That's the next generation. This is better data than the GFS. And so he has access to that. So all I have to do, let's see, update this file. So now that's going in and updating that file. So this is what we would do kind of on a daily basis. Now, I've got his most recent position in here, which is the white boat sitting on top of that position, and you'll see. Let me zoom in here. These little boats down here are projected positions 24 hours apart. 24 hours apart, and then on this FVGFS, on this this latest model of the GFS, I take it all the way out. That's 16 days. Now, we can believe that maybe out 4 days, 5 days, maybe, down around here. Not out here. But at least it shows us it knows better what's going on out here than we do, or anybody does. So we might as well, if we want to try to look ahead, this is simply the best we can do. Not that it's going to be you don't want to bet very much on it, but it is the best guess. So now here's the boat right here, and look, and he's got westerly winds, and we can see that because easterly winds pushing him to the west. Now, let's go down here and just see what's going on. Now, when I move this, watch this white. Let me get rid of that. Watch this white boat. As I move the time, the white boat moves down the road. And that boat, according to my clock down on the bottom of the page, that boat is moving. Now, look here. What's happened? By Sunday, according to the FV GFS, he's got now like what is this? Read the numbers up here. It's 20 knots behind him. 20 knots behind him, and the wind is backed around a little bit, which is better. He wants to start heading south here rather than keep going west. And we have other discussion. He does not want to get above this line here, and that's for reasons we'll see later. So there he goes. He's going to get pushed down here. And now I just move this cursor, and you watch the white boat. These things flying across there are isobars. Isobars. Now, here we're going down. Now, this is Friday. So here's a week, and look at that. Now, here is about like on Thursday, he's hitting some light patch that lasts a day or so. But then now, look at that. Now the winds come around from the other direction. So this is the way. So if we write a note and say, what do we think might be happening? Looks like there's a low right. What is this? This is a low formed right here on Saturday. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, so that's what we're doing here. We're looking at this. So like Saturday, there's a low. So now this wind's pushing him back. But it's still got a big southerly component, and it'll push him back. And, there's indeed a storm there. Look at that. Okay, so this is something we got to look at. I'll look at some more. I hadn't seen this till just now, and we'll see what's going on with that. But that's the system, right, like that. It's just absolutely beautiful. You follow him along. So this position right here is where this line is here, and then each of these are 24 hours ahead of that. So that's the system that we're using for the analysis of this Jacob Adoram routing. And then we have a blog on that. I'll put that, well, this will be in the blog, but for those who hadn't looked at the blog, I'll put that reference there as well. And then I'm going to come back and take a look at that load that's developing and how that might affect what's going on with him. All right, thank you.